Have you ever been really worried about something, like it ate away at you for months, and when you actually face the situation, you just do not react the way you expected? So yeah, in July, I actually lost my job. To be honest, I wasn't planning on staying there forever. Maybe another year or two before I tried something better for my career. But it still sucks when you get that sense of normal life just ripped away. And since then, I've been on like 15 interviews, and I'm still waiting for that opportunity. But you know how the economy is right now. The funny thing is, I wasn't mad when it happened. Not even upset. When HR called me into the office, I knew what was up. It was the second round of layoffs. I'd already heard the execs stop taking salaries. I could see the shelves stacked with product not being sold, the backlog just getting bigger and bigger. And honestly, I don't know if that company will exist in a year or two. Crushed by tariffs and crushed by the budget cuts to science. But here's what's crazy. For the entire year I worked there, I would have nightmares about getting fired. Sometimes literal dreams where I wake up and freak out about it, but other times just the constant itching in the back of my head that it was gonna happen. Today's gonna be the day. Every performance review I had, every time someone said, "Hey, can we talk?" my brain went straight to it. This is it. They know I suck. I'm gone. And that thought controlled everything. Whether I skipped lunch, whether I talked to my coworkers, even how I dressed. I'd literally think, well, if they fire me, at least I'll have a tie on when it happens. Call it low self-esteem, call it imposter syndrome. Whatever it was, it beat me down. Getting that first job took hundreds of applications. I don't remember the exact number, but we're talking north of 800. And the idea of going through that hell again was terrifying. Even the concept is disgusting. So, when the words finally came, and it was time for me to put all my shit in a little box, pack my year's worth of work at this company into my trunk, I felt happy. Or maybe just relieved. I guess there's a difference. Being laid off isn't necessarily the same thing as being fired. It was a business thing. At least that's what I can tell myself. Despite the fact that, if they're gonna fire 10 people from this business, I was on that short list of 10 people. But it wasn't something they did for cause. The only part that really got to me was saying goodbye to my favorite coworkers and watching their faces when they realized what I was telling them. 4 of us got cut that day. Everybody else had kids or student loans or rent, real responsibilities. And me, I live with my parents. I drive a loaner car. I saved pretty much all the money I made from that job, outside of what I spent taking my girlfriend on dates. I didn't lose anything close to what they did, and that made me feel grateful at least. But it is just a scary thought that we live in this system that essentially forces you to be productive. It creates a framework where you need to work to live. There's no safety nets. If you have some sort of disease and you need consistent medication, you literally need to find another job so you don't die. And you need to find another job that is willing to burden those costs, because let's face it, if you work at McDonald's, you're going to work 39 hours a week. So they don't have to give you that opportunity. They don't have to give you the benefits. And it's fucking abhorrent that this fear, I don't think it's ever going to go away from me. I think the more responsibilities pile up, the more things I'm obligated to do, I'm gonna move out of my parents' house eventually, I think it's just gonna stress me out even more. And I don't get it. This whole setup was designed with that in mind, so the average person feels this insecurity constantly. It's extremely frustrating to me. And I don't know. Maybe most people don't feel this way. Maybe there are people out there who are confident in their ability and are capable, and maybe I'm just a fucking chud loser, and that's why I feel this way. But I just don't think it's fair. So it's been like 2 months, and what's weird is this is the first real break I've had since like 2019. I had my senior year of high school right into college because I had to do summer classes to get into the college I wanted to go to. And pretty much constantly, I was either a full-time student, full-time employed, or both. Never really had a chance to just stop. I haven't had a real summer since like junior year of high school, which is crazy. So at first I thought it would be nice to get this break, but it doesn't feel nice. There's no real relaxing when you don't know what's next. Without stress, there's no release. Without something to do, the days eventually just feel empty. I have to find things to fill my time in, and what's crazy is I haven't been super active with the content creation stuff. I have all this time on my hands, but without that strict schedule, without the regiment that I'd been on for like the better part of, a year, it's hard to do even the things that I like to do. It's almost like I'm drowning in so much time that I can't find enough stuff to fill it, and I'm willing to ignore things that I used to do because I'm just empty. There's not enough going on. But I keep thinking, if I was this stressed about losing a job where I saved 90% of my paycheck, what's going to happen when I have actual bills or a family or kids? I cracked under basically no responsibility. I wouldn't say cracked, but I definitely have been buckling. It was a constant thought. I thought, they're going to realize I'm a fraud. They're going to realize I add no value. And it doesn't make me feel any more confident thinking about the fact that the only place that would even hire me was a business that, by all metrics, is failing. I had to trick people into getting me this opportunity. At least that's how I felt about it at the time. And to be honest, after my interviews, I think that it's not like the people that are looking at these resumes give a fuck about that experience anyway. So I don't know what to do or what they want. I'm just gonna keep doing my thing, but I don't know. I just really wanted to yap because that dissonance of me having this fixation on the thing happening for pretty much a year, a little bit longer than a year of my life, and then facing the reality of it actually happening and being surprised at my emotional reaction is just a really weird feeling to me. So, I don't know. It's a little bit more personal. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll see you next week.